Peace. Good morning, Grand Rising, Assalamu Alaikum, Hotep, Namaste, Jambo, Ashe, Shalom, Shalom. All the greetings of love and light to the beautiful darkest minds of the light. I am NapahShadah. Good morning. I'm going live because you know what? We talk about a lot. We talk about history, and I love it. We talk about religion, and I love it. But I want to talk about some current events and bring it into like a discussion, a learning lesson. And this discussion is going to be on something that is current mainstream news. It's about Jada and Will Smith. So everything doesn't have to be about ancient history, and everything doesn't have to be about the arcane, esoteric, hidden sides of religion, and which again, I love it, but I want to talk about something that's going on in mainstream. Not so much their relationship, because everybody talks about their relationship. It will hinge around their relationship, but this is what I peace to everybody. I'm driving, so Barn Dog, Lady Kier, everybody in the chat. Peace to you, Thendo, Oki. I can't really, so I'm not going to be really looking at chat, but I would love for all of you to like just conversate amongst each other, because in your morning, if you can take the time to chat and put your thoughts out. So this won't be long, but maybe it will be long. Maybe I'll drop the link. Let me talk to you about this, okay? So if you're not aware, Jada and Will Smith, they are a couple. And not only are they a couple, they're a married couple. And they're not only are they a married couple, they are a married couple with 2 children that they have raised. Now, I'm addressing everybody, but I'm addressing my people who are, the progeny of the slave trade. I like to say it that way, which because some people don't like to be called black. Some people don't feel comfortable being called black. But you know who you are. So I'm addressing black people first. Why? Number one, because it's the audience is primarily a black audience. Number two, it's a great concern about black love and black family, the structure, the nucleus of the black family. And number three, the couple that I'm discussing, the family I'm discussing, they're black. Now, this isn't about their race so much, but it is because I'm addressing those who know that there are very serious, dire issues when it comes to black love and black family, the complete family, the mother, father, and children. So I'm just setting the groundwork right now. I'm setting the foundation so you know where I'm going with this conversation. So we've got the information about these. This is a black family. They are very popular. They're famous. And they're married, and they have had issues, a lot of issues, go public about their life. Okay, before we choose sides, oh, I think it's Jada's fault, or I think it's Will's fault, or I think it's both of them doing this demonic, evil lifestyle. Let's put that on the back burner, and let's look at them as who they are, a family, right? They're a man, a woman, and they have children. Not only are they a family, they've been married for decades. Okay, so they've kept their marriage together. Now this is for everybody, right? This is for everybody because it's hard to stay married, especially in the West, but especially it's hard for black couples to stay married. Okay, it's hard. And it's especially hard for the black family to have both parents there, raising the children in the same household. You see the groundwork that I'm setting? You saw the title, like, well, what does this have to do with this friend? I'm getting there. So, all right. We have Jada and Will. Some of you may not like them. Some of you may not like her for him, but that's his wife, and that's so. This is my commentary. Okay, that's his wife, and she's his wife, and he's her husband. Whatever choices they make it together. And as you have seen, no, especially with Will, you can't talk about his wife. Okay, that's very honorable to see. Now with her, she's a different person. She not so much. We've seen her from our perspective throw him under the bus, not really support him. It seems that way. Let me say that. It seems that way. We don't know. We really don't know the lives of people, but for us it seems that way, right? However, we know that Will is not a stupid man. We know that Will is somewhat of a genius. He's definitely a talented actor, and that takes a bit of genius. So we can't say, oh, she's doing all these bad things to Will and he's just sticking around. Oh, he's so dumb. He's such a simp. We have to really sit back and look at the big picture. I'm getting there, y'all, but I take my time and I try to cover all the ground, right? Okay. So they're married. They're married for decades. They've raised their children. Their children are adults. Despite what we think about how they raised their children, they did a great job. They raised their children the way they wanted to raise their children. How do we know they did a great job? Their children are law-abiding citizens in the world citizens. Get it? Their children are not pariahs. Their children are not outcasts, right? Their children are productive in the community. So we know that they've done a good job as parents, right? So far, so good. So Will and Jada have said publicly, we're not getting divorced. We choose bad marriage for life. We're staying together. For me, that resonates with me. Some people don't get it. I admire that. So is there love in that relationship? Of course. It'd be impossible for there not to be love in that relationship. Am I caping and or whatever you call it, like making excuses for Will and Jada? No, I'm not. I'm just letting you know. That's a family. That's a married couple. If you don't like them, one thing we must do is know they haven't done anything to me. I haven't heard anything about them abusing children ever. I'm not talking about when Willow took a picture with some 20-year-old guy, which I wouldn't have done that. But I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a liberal like that. So, but I have seen no child abuse ever been reported from those two. I haven't heard rumors of Jada and Will being involved in child abuse. I've heard about Jada and Will doing adult things in their adult life. I wouldn't do the things they do, but I've heard about them doing things in their adult life that many of us would consider as deviant. Not illegal, not to the point where it's child abuse, with consenting adults, deviant. Okay, so far you're with me, right? Why am I saying this? Because I'm just looking at them. Okay, judge and jury. Okay, so I don't like the way they live their lives. Okay, but it's their life. Enters this guy the guy tells a story. This guy named Bilal. He's this Muslim guy that Will met, according to him, 40 years ago. And he met him at a radio station. This guy who's supposedly his friend and was his assistant. He meets him at a radio station, and the story that the guy Bilal tells is somebody gets beaten up very badly, and when the police come, Bilal, who barely knows Will, lies. He admittedly says, I lied. He doesn't say the word lied. He said, I told a different story than what happened. I told the police a different story than what actually happened, so Will knew that he could trust me. Right there, you're sugarcoating it, but you just told us that you are a dishonest person. You just told us that someone was injured, beaten. You say they deserved it, Bilal. You're supposed to be the judge and jury. I can't trust you already because you just said that you told a lie when the police ask you something. Guess what? He didn't have to say anything. How's that? See, I'm going in. And I'm not looking in the chat. I'm going to pull over for a second. Anyway, so this guy says the police came and I told a different story than what actually happened. Why didn't he just, it would have been honorable for him just to not say anything to the police. But he tells me a lot about his character when he admits that he fabricated a story to gain favor from Will. And Will saw it as loyalty. He did. He fell for it. Soon after, Will took the guy in to his entourage and kept him close. According to this guy, he was very close to Will. According to this guy, he couldn't stand Jada. Red flag. Red flag. He never indicates really what Jada, he says Jada's evil, she's pure evil, the things she did to Will. I read between the lines. I read between the lines, okay? Okay, let me look at this. Yes, I do. And that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up, Dendo. I'm going to hold on to that because I want to talk to you about that real quickly. That's a good question. Let me say this. All right, so I'm not making excuses for Jada Pinkett, but I'm sorry. I don't think I've seen way worse than Jada Pinkett in my life. Way worse. Okay? She has been standing by that man, loving him, had his children, raised his children. I haven't seen Jada in the streets. I don't want to hear about this. What was his name? The guy. Al. What's his name? Alcina. That's a whole different topic. That's out of all these years when we've seen Will with this person, that person, this person, that person. And according to this Bilal guy, Jada's the biggest HO 304 that you could ever know. But I haven't seen that. Maybe behind closed doors, I haven't seen it though. And I can't take his word for it because to me he's a scumbag. I was trying to hold it in, but he's a scumbag. Why is he a scumbag? Number one, he wants to destroy a marriage. That's not his place. And he wants to destroy a family. And he wants to destroy a man who he admits that was his best friend and helped him. And he gets on this whole trip about we men have to stick together and we black men this. He's talking about how he walked in on Will and Dwayne Wade. Or not Dwayne Wade. Who was the guy? Y'all help me out. Peace, Benita. I hope you're feeling better. I tried to call you. Anyway, so I don't want to get off this guy, okay? I mean, the subject of this guy. I don't want to get off the subject of this guy. So this guy says, Will, he's got an alternative lifestyle. I want him to just come out of the closet. What is that? What about you? Are you out of the closet? Bilal? Are you out of the closet? Bilal has shown us an example of what it means to be a backstabbing, disloyal, unloyal, destructive, hateful, jealous, bitter person. And we have a lot of people like that in our community, in our lives, in our community. It's not his place to get on the internet or on social media or on the front stage and talk about someone's private life. Period. Okay? I find him to be dishonorable, and what I hate about society is we prop these losers up, and we say, "Oh, tell us," because our ears are so greedy to hear about someone else's life. How would you like for someone to sit down and tell your whole life? Everything about it. Everything that you don't want to be known. You wouldn't like that, right? But what we do in our society, and especially with black people, I'm saying it, is eat it up. Oh, tell me more. Where's the tea? Oh, Will was bent over. Why? Why do I want to hear about this piece of shit named Bilal who calls himself a Muslim walking in on two men engaging in an act, an intimate act? What does that have to do with my life? Why would he tell that? Because he's a piece of shit. He's a loser. He is a loser. And we should treat him as such. We shouldn't give him, oh, let me get an interview with you. We should throw rocks at him like a mangy rabid dog. That's how I feel about people like him. He's not helping children. He admits that they weren't abusing any children. They weren't abusing any people. He says, oh, they mentally abuse people. Really? Adults, consenting adults? Oh, there's NDAs. Yeah, there's NDAs because of people like you. Why does he think it's okay to go on the internet and talk about Will Smith's private life and his marriage? How is that honorable? How is that something that we should be, oh, did Will really do? I don't care. I don't care. And I mean that. And we should all be this way. We have no loyalty. We have no honor anymore. And it's not just blacks, it's the whole world. We have no honor, no loyalty. Unless you're protecting children and the vulnerable, there's no reason for you to tell me about Will Smith and his sex life and his marriage. And I don't want to hear the injection of, oh, but there's so many people that they did. Oh, really? Because from what this guy, Bilal, says, Will Smith gave you a life and a job. He gave you a good life. You had a good income. You were around, the glamorous life. You got respected because of your position. He admits it. He said, I was doing well. I do well for myself. And I'm what do you say? I'm not blacklisted. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay, so you had a great life. So why are you saying all these people have been abused? He never says he was abused. All he says is, oh, Jada's so evil. For me, it sounds like a jilted or a bitter ex-lover. That's what it sounds like to me, and it's still dishonorable. So I want to get your input on, why is it okay for this guy to go public and tell us about Will Smith's private life? He tells us, I'm tired. I'm exposing his whole life. I'm talking about his marriage. One time he was talking to Jada, and Jada was telling him something, and I couldn't believe how she was talking to him. You sound like a whole, you know what I mean? Like, mind your business. He said one time that he tried to talk about Jada to Will, and Will let him have it. I love that. That makes me love Will Smith even more. I love Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and I love their marriage. Okay? Everybody wants to talk about Will and Jada. Will and Jada have been married a long time, and they raised two beautiful children. Actually, Will raised three beautiful children. He has three very wonderful children. So I'm just saying this. We talk about, oh, we need to support each other and, oh, black love. But then You hear, especially, you hear so many people, black people especially, oh, I want Jada to do this, and oh, Jada, he's simping for her. It's his wife and the mother of his children. If you want to call that simping, then he's simping. And guess what? He's still doing fine. Are they having problems in their marriage, and will they possibly get a divorce? Possibly. But guess what? So, social media and the public and all the media, they have something to do with their divorce. So what has been accomplished by social media and everybody in their business is that you are helping destroy a family, destroy a marriage. You don't help. You don't help. They were able to keep their problems private for a long time. And they may have worked it out if it could have stayed private, but no. No, leave it to everybody else in the public trying to see with greedy eyes and greedy ears. I want to see what happened. Oh, did he cheat on her? Oh, okay. And so let me address the thing about Tupac. She might have still been with Tupac because she loved him, right? Well, that's the thing, how they're like, and I can't believe she was still in love with Tupac. Why can't you believe that she still loved Tupac? She loved him. He was murdered. They were very close. She loved him. And Will is mature enough to understand he doesn't compete with the deceased. I can't believe she had her daughter write a letter to Tupac saying she wishes that he was alive. That was a little girl trying to make her mother feel good. And who the hell got a hold of that letter? People want to scrutinize other people's lives out of pure jealousy. That's what it is. You're jealous that she's beautiful. You're jealous that he's beautiful. You're jealous that their children are beautiful. You're jealous that they're famous. You're jealous that they are successful and live comfortable lives. It boils down to jealousy. I'm not talking about my audience here, but I'm saying this Bilal guy. That's why when I say you, I'm addressing someone like him. Why would you go and tell these people's business? Why? Anyway, I wanted to bring this up because it is a conversation that I really think is important in the HOK. Yes, I think it's not just about, because it's not just about Will, excuse me. It's not just about Will and Jada, famous people. I want you to think about your life and the privacy that you have. I want you to think about that. You really cherish your privacy. There are many things in your life that you cherish, I'm sure, and privacy should be on the top of the list. I value my privacy. And in my life, in my experience, I'm nowhere near Will and Jada, so I'm not comparing myself to uber celebrities. But I know that when you get on the internet and you put your face up here and you open yourself up to an audience, no matter how large or small it is, you get scrutinized more. And some people, it's an odd thing. It's a very odd thing, the psychosis of some people. They want to see you destroyed. So I know on a very small scale how it is for people to invade your privacy and lie on you. To lie on you. Slander is a very serious thing. Because you don't even know. We don't know if the things that are being said are true. Like the thing that the guy says about I walked in on Will. But all the other rumors, you see how slander works? Let's just indulge me. Because I don't know from Will Smith until Will Smith says, yes, I do like men and I like women and men both. Until he says that, I have to go by what Will Smith says or doesn't say. Will Smith has never said, I like women and men. Will Smith has always said, I like women. Do I know if he likes women and men and he's just lying? No, I don't. I can only go by what Will Smith says and what his wife says or doesn't say. You get what I'm saying? My point is, For years and years, people have been talking about how he's homosexual and Jada's homosexual or bisexual. So let's just say that has been a lie. Just hear me out. Not, oh, come on. We don't know we were never there. We don't know. So let's say that's a lie. You see how long a lie can go until people use a lie as truth to verify another lie? So that happens with slander. People could have lied on Will and Jada from the beginning, saying, oh, Will's bisexual, and Will could be heterosexual. People could have lied on him. And through all the years, all the lies are verified by that one lie. Oh, yeah, I did hear Will was holding hands in the mall with the guy. Oh, I did hear back then that he's gay. Oh, I saw Will. I came in the dressing room and Will was in there with the guy. Oh, I did hear that. See how the slander works? It's very dangerous. Whether it's true or not, it's unverified information it's a rumor. That's my point. It's a rumor. So we verify new information. The guy Bilal comes out and says that he walked in on Will Smith and another man. And he gets very graphic about it. This guy's a piece of shit, family. I'm sorry. I wish nothing but bad things for him. Because that's what he wants for people who have done nothing to him besides take care of him. Okay? He has not come out and said anything about any type of abuse that would warrant him getting on the internet, on mainstream media, and talking about this man and his family. He needs his ass beaten, y'all. I mean that. He does. He does. I've had death threats, he says. No shit. You deserve death threats. You do. I'm not saying he deserves to get killed, but you definitely asked for death threats. Why are you on the internet or everywhere talking and writing a book on somebody's life that has done nothing but help you according to you? I have no respect for those type of people. Now, back to Tupac. She would have married Tupac, right? And she would have been with him. Maybe that was the love of her life. I've seen many people pass away and that was the love of their life. But they go forward and they have good relationships with the living. So anyway, so I just wanted to address this because yeah, they say Will's is soft because he's not cussing, shooting, and shooting up, being gangster. Yeah, Will isn't a pushover though. He's from the streets of Philly. So, and this guy was a Muslim or is a Muslim. He's like, oh, I'm moving to Saudi Arabia. Look at the mindset of this dude. Family, you're moving to Saudi Arabia? Okay, got it. So you're from Philly. You're a Philly Muslim, but you're going to move to Saudi Arabia next year. I can't with this guy. Don't talk to me about black people. He had the nerve to sit up there and say, we as black men need to stick together. These women. No, don't start that crap. No, you don't. What you need to do is leave married couples alone. Stop trying to sword fight all the time. If you want to have a sword fight, that's your business. But when I say sword fight, I'm talking about misogyny. I'm not talking about the actual act of being, loving the same sex. I'm talking about the misogyny. We're guys, we don't need women around. He's the type of guy. This guy is a type of misogynist who says, "Oh, don't simp for women," or "Oh, it's her fault." He's the dude who emails Son Netter talking about she ruining your platform. He is. He's this type of guy. There's so many of them. They just hate to see men and women together. At any moment they see a problem in a relationship, they want to capitalize on it by trying to draw a man away from his wife and family. There are men out there like that. Yes, there are women out there who try to draw a man away from his wife and family. But I'm talking about this guy, this Bilal guy. He has no loyalty, and he's anti family, and he's definitely anti black love. And if you don't like Will Smith and Jada Smith, just don't like them. But if you are talking about, oh, black love, black this, black love, then you should be advocating for them to work things out or just mind your business. But one thing we shouldn't be doing, all the Tasha K's out there interviewing this bum and everybody else, we shouldn't be sitting up entertaining people like him, because you're destructive. That's why Wendy Williams is all messed up. You can't do that's bad karma. You can't sit up and enjoy and gobble up all these lies and this slander and destruction. And it's not just about, I'm not just saying black right now, I'm saying with anyone's life. Gossiping about people's lives, listening to gossip, cheering on the divorces and cheering on the expos. Oh, I found out he's in the closet before he wanted to come out. Oh yeah, that person has this disease. Oh, that person did this. As long as listen, you're supposed to expose abuse of vulnerable people. You're supposed to expose abuse of children, abuse of people financially, the elderly, those who are handicapped, women, men who trust other men in religious organizations. You're supposed to expose that. But exposing a man for having sex with another man allegedly, it's not your business. It's not my business either. So I did want to get that out. And this is for the HOK. Everything doesn't have to be about Kemet and Israelites and the Bible. This is about society. This is about how we work. This is about right now, real time. How do you treat other people? And how do you function in society? Do you sit around and gobble up gossip when you see something on the internet? Ooh, I heard so and so lost their house. Let me get on here and listen to what happened. Oh, I heard so and so has cancer. Ooh, I want to hear it. I heard so and so broke up. There's a recording. Ooh, this wife was talking about this husband. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life? Is that the type of person you are? Because guess what? You'll get yours too. Unless you are, if you're floating in, if you're a cloud floating in the sky, and you're not a human being interacting with other human beings, and if you don't have any type of relationships, then you sit up and gobble up all the gossip you want. But if you are a human being with relationships, and you are naive enough to think just because you're not in the public eye that the same thing won't happen to you, that you're enjoying watching happening to others, then you're very, very naive. What goes around comes around. You want to sit around and gobble up gossip? You want to sit around and believe what somebody says about another person's private life? And you have a family, and you have secrets, and you have things that you want to keep private, it's going to come right back to you. I want to see how you like it. And I've seen so many people on this internet go through what I'm talking about. I've seen people sit up and lie on me, ridicule me for things that I'm being lied on about. Oh, how could you do this? How could you do that? 3-4 months later, the exact same thing happens to that person. And I just sit back, and you know what I do? I set up a blessing, an altar to the unfathomable Most High in the entire spirit realm, and I burn herbs and incense and prayer and praise to that. And then I pour out some libations. I do. Feels good. I don't say, oh, that poor person. No, I'm thankful because they needed that. You need that lesson. If you sit up and your ears are greedy and you like to see people destroy other people's lives and expose, like this guy Bilal, I'm going to show you what happened privately with Will. I'm going to show you what happened privately with Jada. You want to sit up and enjoy that, then get ready because it's coming back to you. And then in righteousness, I can enjoy it or other people can enjoy it. This guy, this terrible, toxic man named Bilal is just one of many. But we have several people on the internet that people are very familiar with. Theirs is coming. I've seen it. I quietly celebrate it. When I see them say, or this happens to them and that, and I know what they've done to me and to others, not just me, I sit back and I celebrate it. It feels good. Okay, so with that said, I'm driving. Somebody said, "Oh, Napa's a Uber driver. She's a." First off, what is wrong with me? I'm not an Uber driver, but what is wrong with our people? What if I was an Uber driver? You know how many people are Uber drivers? You know how many people deliver food? You know how many people do all kinds of things to make ends meet? What's wrong with y'all? Huh? But I am driving. I actually have clients around the city, which is less glamorous than being an Uber driver, to be honest. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out. This is an important live, whether you like it or not. And to the pieces of work who go in the chat after, in the comments after I'm live, you think anybody cares about your comments that are negative and filthy? We don't. What we do is we just block you. So I hope you enjoy your little moment. But for those out there who get it, who understand, who know that this is important, you don't have to like me. You don't have to love me. The message is what I want you to take. What kind of person are you? Are you a person who's loyal when someone tells you something and you're around someone in their life? Are you the type of person who can hold your head up high and be solid? And even though you don't like a person anymore and you walk away from a relationship, you don't get on the internet and talk about that person. What kind of person are you? Are you that type of honorable person who doesn't enjoy to sit around and listen to a person who leaves a relationship, a friendship, or a marriage or whatever? You're not the type of person who likes to sit around and listen to what they have to expose or say. What type of person are you? Are you a piece of shit, or are you a solid a cornerstone of relationships in society and in your life? What are you? Okay, let me know. People say, "Oh, that's a curse word." My grandmother said, "Shit is her password into heaven." Okay, that's a baby word. Anyway, with that said, I'm not looking in the chat, but I hope you have had um, a conversation amongst each other, and I love your comments. I'll go back and read them. Peace to you all. I'm so glad to see that you're feeling better. Benita, peace to all of you. Uh, and yeah, so when you see this guy on the internet and talking about his book, oh, this dude had the nerve to say, and there are QR codes where you can scan the QR and you can look at the receipts from different conversations. He needs his, oh my God. I'm not calling for violence. Oh God, he needs something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of person admittedly has been a friend to someone for 40 years and an assistant, and the person he says, I love, and all he can say is, I love Will. I need to do this for him. He needs to live in his truth. Who are you? See what a narcissist he is? Who are you to say when Will should do this and when Will should do that? Anyway, I'm imagining all the things that could happen to him while he's in Saudi Arabia. not good things. Hopefully, he will get his karma back soon. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. I want you to have a beautiful day. Be healthy. Be honorable. It takes a real scumbag to go and talk about somebody's business on the internet just because they make you mad. And it takes a real scumbag to get on the internet and lie on people. It takes a real scumbag to sit and listen to those lies. Okay? Remember that. What do you want to be in your life? And all this stuff about black love. Don't cheer on divorce of anybody, black, Chinese, but it's always, the struggle is the black love, right? So if anything, if you're saying you're conscious and you're saying that you're woke and you love your people, you should never be hoping for the divorce of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. You shouldn't. You just shouldn't. I don't want to hear about, but she did this. Who are you? His mama? Are you his child? No, you have no say so in their marriage. Neither one of them, from what we know, is enduring physical abuse. I don't want to hear about, but what about emotional, mental abuse? Stop. I I haven't seen any emotional and mental abuse as far as one person overpowering the other. Now, am I in their life? It could be, but I haven't seen it, and neither have you. That's my point. You're not their therapist. You're not their mom. You're not their child. You don't live in their household. That's my point. So do your part. Keep on pushing for black love. And when you see black love, don't push for, he needs to leave her. He needs to leave him. They're not even together. Oh, Alcina. Please stop. Oh, she's just a beard for Will. They've been married for decades. And I'm proud of them. Whatever happens to their marriage, I love their marriage. I love what they've done. I don't have to agree with their sex lives and their lifestyle, but I love what they've done as parents and as a married couple. I salute them. All right? I do. And I want you to put that on record. All right. Thank you, everybody. Peace to you. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, before I go, don't forget to get your tickets for the Jabari and Richard Carrier, Dr. Richard Carrier, and Jabari Osaze. You must get your tickets. It's going down on the 23rd. That's just on Saturday coming up, family. It's $30. Sonetta was going to increase the price, but he didn't because he's a loving person like that. And get your tickets. Come in. The house will be full. Get your tickets. Come on. This is going to be the debate of probably not just of the year. This is looking like it's going to be the debate of the probably at least of the decade. Nah, I'm not going to front. I think Christina, Nick, and mine were rival that. But no, this is going to be better than probably my debate with Christina because we're going to really see some heavyweight information come out. I can't front. Dr. Richard Carrier and especially Jabari. I'm so honored to have Jabari as a part of our community. I was talking to Sonetta the other day, and I was thinking of the knuckleheads, and it's all love, no disrespect, but I'm not going to say the names of the people who said this, but the knuckleheads were like, oh, I can't believe Nepal used Jabari. I can't believe Nepal used Jabari as a source in her debate on Kemet. Do you see how our people are, family? Why wouldn't I use a Kemetic priest, an author, a historian, a person who's been to Kemet over 30 times and led a group teaching them about Kemet? Why wouldn't I use an expert in Kemetic knowledge in my debate on Kemet? You know why? Because Jabari let himself be accessible. And when you let yourself be accessible, especially to our people, they don't appreciate you. Now, if Jabari was to sit back and say, I'm not talking to you, and be like our brother, let's say, Tariq Nasheed, and this isn't a slight on him. You don't get access to me unless you pay, and you get to hear me on my podcast, and that's about it. You might get to see me somewhere. I'm not going to sit with you. See, then you say, oh yeah, that person's great. But Jabari, he rolls up his sleeves and he sits down with the people, and he allows people to have access to him. So then someone mocks me for using an expert, a historian who's got excellent information on Kemet. They laugh at me for using Jabari as a source in a debate where I'm speaking on Kemet. Isn't that sad? That's the mental illness that we need to overcome. Jabari is an excellent, excellent teacher. He's very, very well versed on history, all history, but especially Kemetic history. And so don't miss this debate between Dr. Richard Carrier and Jabari Osaze. Tonight, all right, that's good, Mac. Peace to you. I'm looking in the chat now. Tonight, I might be sitting down with Christina Nick because I don't know, this thing about Christina Nick and my debate, everybody is like, oh, Nepal lost, like I care. It was a rushed debate, I will say that. This isn't an excuse. This is up for both of us. Her and she agrees. We only had 9 minutes per round. We needed way more time. So we were going to go do it again in the Zoom. I think it's because it's conflicting with the upcoming debate with Jabari and Richard Carrier. And it was short notice. So, plus Sonnetter has a debate that he's going to be giving you. It's a top-notch debate. Jacob Berman. Oh, slow down. Jacob Berman versus Vocab Malone. That will be taking place on the day that my debate Revisited with Christina Nick was supposed to take place. So that's being replaced by Sonnetter, and it will be a free debate. It'll be a complimentary debate. I'm talking about the Jacob Berman versus Vocab, and it's also made possible by Paradigm Shift TV. DMG, the brother Pianki, please go to his channel and subscribe. Sorry I didn't drop the link, but it's called Paradigm Shift. Paradigm, Paradigm, Paradigm Shift TV, DMG. Go to his channel and subscribe. So he's making the Jacob Berman and Vocab Malone debate possible. Sonnetter is going to be airing that on his channel. It will be live. But as far as Christina Nick and me, we will be going live tonight, I think, just to talk to everybody about this debate. I might go over the debate a little bit, pull out my PowerPoint. She might do the same and just hit some points here, because really it's crazy how this debate, I don't know, like everybody's like, oh, show the debate, show me the money. That's what we say. Everybody who wants to see the debate, pay for it. If you don't have the $30, I get that. If you don't have the $20, I get that. But don't complain about not getting to see it. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. It's hard. You know, I don't want to be like Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake. When they say there's no bread, the people have no bread, then let them eat cake. I get it. Sometimes you can't even afford $5, right? Some people can't, it's hard. So you have priorities. You have to pay for gas. You have to pay for food. You have to pay for new clothes for your children. I get it. So if you can't pay for the ticket, don't complain about not seeing the debate. That's what I'm saying. Just don't complain. Black Jesus. If you can't pay for the ticket, or if you don't want to, then don't complain about seeing, and don't lie. Don't say, oh, Nepal lost. Oh, you didn't even see the debate, but who cares? At the end of the day, even if you watch it and you think I lost the debate, it was a good debate. My information stands solid. It's easy to just sit there and go, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. From the other end. That's essentially what my sister, Christina Nick, did during our debate. She didn't enter in, I say, oh, and Moses is Kemetic. The research that I'm doing, more and more, it's coming out. Moses' mother, Jochebed, was half Kemetic and half Israelite. She was Israelite from her mother was Egyptian, her mother was Kemetic, and her father was a Levite, Jochebed. Her mother was Kemetic, and her father was a Levite. I'll say it again. Moses' mother was half Kemetic and half Israelite. Moses' mother was half Kemetic and half Israelite. Jochebed is Moses' mother. Jochebed's mother was a Kemetic woman, Egyptian. Jochebed's father was a Levite of the tribe of Israel. That means, according to Egyptian genealogy and according to ancient Kemetic genealogy, I should say, the line the line of the mother is how it's traced. That's what I'm trying to say. Father and mother, yes, but especially mother. The mother, so there are parts of, there's patrilineal genealogy in Kemet that I'm finding through my research that is significant. However, when you're talking about tracing bloodlines in Kemet, it's matrilineal primarily. You don't totally discount the father, but primarily matrilineal genealogy is how the ancient Kemetic people trace their heritage, their genealogy. Interestingly, not Black Hebrew Israelite or Hebrew Israelite, but Jews, in Judaism, it's exactly the same. It's matrilineal genealogy. That's how the Jews, which would be, we're talking about the Levitical priesthood, we're talking about Levites, we're talking about all the tribes. It is traced matrilineally. So, really, in the conversation for the world, not just in our microcosm, our little community, which is a really broad, it's a big community, but our little community, the Israelites say, no, it's through the father, but no, it really isn't through the father. In Judaism, it's through the mother. So why am I saying this? Actually, it's mother and father, again, just like Kemet, but especially it's primarily mother. Are you understand? Let me see if people are getting what I'm saying. Cameron Maisie says, very good, Napah, thank you. Mr. Wave, okay, if you say Egyptomania, well, okay. Egyptomania it is then. Because I'm going to go back to speaking about Moses. In the text, in the actual text, it is signified that Jochebed is born in Egypt. That's very significant. And it's not something that you can just brush by. Why is that significant? Because in the writing, it's not explicit, but it's definitely obvious and implied that she is Egyptian. You might say, well, that's not true because there's all kinds of Israelites who were born in Egypt. That's understood, but it's not written explicitly in the text. When we're talking about the text, when we use the text itself, when we read something in the text, we can't just say, oh, that's everybody. That's not how the text works. Otherwise, it would have been written clearly, explicitly, Jochebed was born in Egypt, just as just as all the Israelites were. That's what it would have been. That would have been in the text. Furthermore, in the same text of the Torah, you can look at another instance where an Israelite man has children with an Egyptian woman, and in the text it says they were born in Egypt. I hope you understand what I'm saying. In another part of the Torah, there is an instance where it's more explicitly written, or I should say clearly written, that the offspring are half Egyptian of a mother and half Israelite of a father. That is in the story, in the portion of when it says Joseph. It says Joseph married married the daughter of Potiphar, the high priest of Kemet of Egypt, right? It says Joseph married the daughter of the Egyptian Pharaoh, the Egyptian high priest, sorry. It exactly says they were born in Egypt. Do you hear? It's important to understand the literature. It's important to understand how to read the text and interpret what is inferred or implied or even stated explicitly in every bit of the writing. So in the writing, when I read, Jochebed was born in Egypt, that tells me that Jochebed is Egyptian. When it says Jochebed was born of a Levite father in Egypt, that text is telling me that Jochebed is Egyptian. Otherwise, like I said, there would be something in the text saying all Israelites who were born in Egypt and all the tribes born in Egypt were Israelites or something like that. There's nothing in there like that. So that particular statement stands out to tell me Jochebed is Egyptian, her mother is Egyptian, her father is a Levite. If Jochebed's mother is Egyptian and her father is a Levite, that makes Jochebed an Egyptian woman. Matrilineal genealogy in the Kemetic side. So Jochebed is an Egyptian. She's of an Egyptian mother and a Levite father. That makes her an Egyptian woman matrilineally as far as genealogy, right? So if she's an Egyptian woman, then what does that make Moses and Aaron and Miriam and all the that's why there's a different line. That's why the Aaronic line of priests are the highest priest because they are all Kemetic. It's awesome. The information is so awesome. I love it. I love it because it tells me a lot. And I'm going to throw this out here. Now, I'm not completely sure on this, but there's something going on with the priesthood on the Levite side, but not Kemetic. Possibly some type of Canaanite or Chaldean or something. Something's going on with the father side. There's a side that's a priest because we go back to Abraham and his father, who was an oracle. So that I haven't fully researched that yet, but I'm on this Kemetic side, like white on rice, as my grandma and my mom say. I'm on it like white on rice. So yeah, you can't get around it, and I'm gonna keep bringing it out. I will continue to bring it out. People can scoff and everything. I'm most high willing, getting serious about this information and not just going to bring it out in debates. I have to really get this written down and out here for people to really have as a research source, because it's real information and it's significant information. Moses, through DNA, through his biological matrilineal genealogy, you could say, oh, the story's not real. Okay, fine. You don't believe the story's real. However, if the story is real and considering the actual story, how's that say? Then Joseph would biologically, if you want to, you watch soap operas, right? You look at reality TV. So look at it that way. I'm saying Joseph, sorry, Moses is Kemetic through the line of his mother. And that's very significant because Aaron is the same. Aaron is Kemetic. And I want to say this, all the way down, that priesthood goes all the way, and then I'm going to close out. High priests were the wisdom keepers, and Moses was raised next to priest. Okay. Yes, his brother. Yes, I'm going to look into Sumer. Let me drop this, and then I want you to just maybe do your research. Let it just meditate on it throughout the day. That helps me. That opens a lot up for me. I love meditating on things. Then I come to these kind of these ideas that I start researching, and they pan out. Yeah, I can't just use the black Hebrew Israelites. I shouldn't say black only. The Hebrew Israelite doctrine. I've opened it up to, yes, all doctrines of Israelites, of Jews. They want to say, oh, those aren't the real Jews. Whatever. You could say they're not the real Jews if you want, but they have historical information, very valuable information that's been passed down for thousands of years. So I'm gonna check into their information. When I do, guess what I found out? Are you ready for this bomb drop? You heard it here first on the HOK from your sister on the NapahShadah channel, Darkest Minds of the Light. In Egyptian captivity, the Levites did not do a stitch of hard labor. Yeah, I'll bring it out. According to Jewish tradition and all the stories that have been passed down, you could say stop the cap if you want, King Pa. I have sources. This is source up or shut up. The Levites did not do a stitch of work. They instead studied and practiced spirituality. Now I wonder where they were. They were in Kemet, right? What do you think they were studying? Kemetic spirituality. And that is why Kemet is the prototype of the Levitical priesthood. Pho is my favorite food. Oh my God, it is mine too. Oh my goodness, Mr. Wave. I like pho thai nam gansak. Pho thai nam. But people say, oh, that's raw meat. It's not raw once you get into the boiling hot water, it cooks the meat. So Timpani's laughing. Okay, so that was one thing that's a little gem I wanted to drop. There's many more. Don't get me started on I'm not gonna give you my nuclear bomb. Anyway, I really love talking to all of you. I love you, Benita. I was so worried about you. You saw me call, you probably were sick as a dog. Pray for my sister Benita. She's one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Inside and out, honey. What I tell you, you look like what was her name? Oh God, I can't remember her. The one who sings oh God, Murder Inc. The one they did dirty. I can't remember her name. You give me that vibe. It's your nose and your mouth. What's the singer, y'all? The one that was always with Ja Rule. Nobody knows. Leave it in the chat. Oh, Shanti, that's right. Ashanti. That's good. Yes, Benita. Anyway, I love you very much, everybody. Thank you for listening. Yes, let's be loyal. And when you see this guy on the internet, I'm going to take it back to this dumpster head loser. I'm trying to think of the meanest things to say. This this guy who just needs a hockey stick to the back of his head. That's so horrible. Gosh, Napah, you're violent. No, I'm not, but I have a good imagination. No, why are you talking about somebody's private business who you called your best friend, who you say you've known for 40 years, who hasn't done anything to you in public that I've heard of? And that you say you had a great career. You said he did so much for you. And the only thing you have to say is, Will's gonna have to stand in his truth. I'm gonna have to help him with this Jada's Pinkett thing. No, that's not your job. Don't say don't say what? Yes, it's Asante. Please, cause he want him. Oh, that's right. That's what I think. Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. You heard it from one of the wise sages. Benita's not a sage, though. She's in her 30s. She can't. Can you be a sage in your 30s? Anyway, with that said, peace. Galactic Federation representative. How are you all doing today? I didn't look in the chat. I just pulled. Latoya, there you are. Aw. All my sisters are here. Where my girls at? From the front to back. Anyway, let me get off of here before Sonetta says, "Baby, stop doing that on the HOK." No, to be serious though, this is a very important message. Yes, it's important to talk about, finance and Bible and Kemet and history, but it's also we need to talk about these current issues and how we deal with each other. Loyalty. It's easy to be a scumbag when you get in your emotions. Hey, I'm not proud of everything I've done in my life. You know what the worst thing I hate doing is yelling at people. I don't like it. I don't like. That's right, EAE. I was thinking the same thing once I said it. Oh, you turned 40. Okay, you could be a sage then. I'm just kidding. But you know what I was gonna say? Forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, I've done things. I hate yelling at people. I'll tell you, you know, it might be a cultural thing. I don't know what it is or just how I was raising my voice. And it's not like raising my voice at children, but just like Sonetta does it too, though. It might be cultural, but it's harmless. But unless you like, I'm okay with him when he yells at me. I don't take it like as, oh my God, you hurt me. But in public, I know people see it differently than I see it. So then I get self-conscious and I'll be like, don't do that. But I do the same thing, like raising my voice over something that's like, let me give an example. Okay, like say I spill something and somebody's standing, like say my sister's standing next to me. And I'm like, go get me a paper towel, like that kind of thing. Because I sat and thought about it, because that recently happened to me, and I thought, wow, I don't think everybody does that. I think some people are just like, oh, can you give me a paper towel? Like for me, it's more like, get a paper towel, and my sister also be like, oh my gosh, okay. But I don't think everybody's like that, or maybe everybody is, but I was thinking, I think there are people out there who, if they spill something and it's like running off the edge of the table almost, they don't scream or they don't yell. They go, hey, give me something. Can you get me a towel? Give me a towel, please. Which I kind of wish I was like that. I can be that way. I can just start reprogramming myself. It'll take a minute. But that's the things that when I say I'm not proud or of all everything I've done, I'm not perfect. Um yeah, that's about it. It's just that. My family yells a lot. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Oh, EAE says yelling hurts my brain. I talk in so ooh, that's good. I want to talk in ASMR. I don't think I can do it though. Can you imagine if I always talk like this? Like, what's going on, family? Peace to the darkest minds of the light. I am NapahShadah. Assalamu alaikum, hotep, namaste, jumbo. I want to talk to you guys today about this guy, this Will Smith and Jada P. I can't even imagine talking like that all the time, y'all. I can't do it. But I think it's smooth. It sounds smooth as hell, though. There are some people out there who talk like that. I've seen a couple women and men do that, and I'll be like, wow, they're cool. I wish I could talk like that. Yeah, so anyway, even when they get excited, they're like, wow, that's awesome. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, that's cool. All right, so let's get back to the music. Now, anyway, when Napah does her racist white man voice, what's my racist white man voice? What? I don't even know what it is. What the heck? What is it when I do? I don't even do. I do so many impersonations, family. Are you? Which one is that? I can't. I don't want to do it unless I have to be in the mode. What about when I do my ignorant my ignorant raccoon? I like. Oh my gosh! You know where I got? You know who I got that from? My dad. All those voices, I mean, like doing all those things, like my dad when he would be going in like talking to his friends or family or my mom about somebody, he would do all kinds of impersonations of the people. Okay, well, I'm glad you like it, EAE. All right, family, I'm gonna let you go, but am I making you laugh, Benita? I'm glad. Okay, so yeah, let's be better. And I shouldn't have said, I don't want anything physically to happen to this dumb guy. So I want to make sure I say that clearly. I don't want him to get, but if it does happen, I'm just going to burn what I burn and sit back, and do what I need to do. You have a nice day too, Maribontus. Is it Maribontus or Maribontus? I like that. Maribontus or Maribontus. Sounds regal. Sounds like some warrior in ancient times, or like you said, the Galactic Federation, um like a officer in the Galactic Federation. What does that mean? I don't know everything. This could be some really significant name that I'm not aware of, but let me know. Mary like a giant wasp. Hmm. Okay, I don't know what that means. Mary Bunta. Oh, is that a wasp? Oh, all righty then. Please get your tickets, family. Oh, okay. Maribunta is an insect. See? Oh my gosh. Is it a wasp? You have a great day, everybody. Is it a wasp? I learned something. What kind of wasp is it? Where is it from? That means wasp, huh? I got to look it up. Oh, I see. It's similar. Maribunta, but his is Maribontus. Or her. I think it's a male, though. That sounds like a very masculine. Oh, speaking of masculine, ooh, y'all. I got to tell you something. Before I get off this line, I'm going to do a short on it. Our sister, Princella, the so-called queen maker. Oh my God, you guys. I saw a clip of her on my brother Obsidian's channel. And let me tell you guys, I'm trying to do my Nicki Minaj. She was on there and she was like talking about Black women saying that they don't listen and that they are argumentative. Can you believe that? She got busted, y'all. They found out long ago when Princella wasn't a misandrist. She used to go in on Black women. 'Cause that was the cloud back then. She used to go in on Black women, saying that Sandra Bland, it was her fault. I gotta give y'all I gotta get this short. I'm gonna do the short, okay? I'll put the short on the HOK. She basically said Sandra Bland brought it on herself. Rest in power to my sister Sandra Bland. She went over a whole video of Sandra Bland getting pulled over. She's like, he called her ma'am. See, Black women are so entitled. Ooh, girl, you are so exposed. Now I know people change, but you're too. No, we can't accept that change, right, family? No, declined. Okay, transaction declined. Okay, she said that Sandra Bland brought it on herself, and that cop was so respectful, and Black women feel entitled, and Black women are argumentative, and Black women love to fight. Yes, brothers, I know y'all are up there going, I know that's right. Okay, brothers, that's not my point. All right, so this is a woman who says that the Black man doesn't deserve to live, that he's toxic, that she's changed in a matter of, how long ago was Sandra Bland, family? Was it 2017? Not even 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, she's changed drastically to where she pushes and teaches that the Black women need to get rid of Black men. What happened? I'll tell you what happened. I'm in a singing mood today. Don't you forget to come pick up your feelings. Her feelings. That's all it is. So this is my thing. This is what I tell people. If you want to teach whatever you want to teach it. But don't teach it as fact. That's when I want to come with my big piñata stick and bust your piñata open. Don't teach it as facts. And she tries to go around talking about this is facts, ma'am. When I was sitting with her, right, bless her little heart. I was sitting with her and she was supposed to debate me, but she said, oh no, I can't do this. This woman's going to expose me for the fraud that I am. And it's not hate, but I'm talking about what she's teaching. It's toxic. She teaches now that the Black man basically needs to go extinct and that he's the worst. Not the Black man. That's not true. Scratch that. She teaches because she knows she's trying to market herself and it's all about clout. She teaches that the man needs to go extinct and that he's flawed and he's violent. So yes, 9 years ago, was it 9 years ago? Damn. Was it 2000? Yes, rest in power to Sandra Bland. So are you watching The New Color Purple or is it too anti-Black man for you? Oh, I'm not, you know what, that's funny you say that. I haven't seen any excuse me, I haven't seen any advertisements for it. I just barely found out that there's a new one. I will not be watching it. You know, I don't know what this is. It's not a flex, but the universe wants me to tell you I've never watched Empire. I won't watch it. I don't want to. Now, does that mean I won't watch it in the future? I don't know, but right now I won't watch it. I don't know. I just certain things I don't want to watch. And The new color purple, that just, no, just hearing it. I never watched the new Roots. I never did. Now, I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just telling you me, how I am. I'm not trying to watch it. And some things I just don't, never watched one single Tyler Perry movie. Does that mean that, you shouldn't watch it? No, I didn't. I don't want to. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch a Tyler Perry movie. I don't want to watch Empire. I don't want to watch the new Roots. I don't want to watch the new color purple. Mm-mm. I just, no. I'll be irritated. I would have been irritated watching the new Roots. Now I know Empire. You're like, well, what do you mean by Empire? I don't want to watch anything about. I think Empire's about drug dealing. I'm not sure. Is it? I think it's about like drug dealing. I don't even know what it's really about. I just know I don't want to see anything about the music industry and drug dealing. Now that might not even be what Empire's about, but I never watched it because I thought that's what it's about. And Tyler Perry, I don't like Medea. He turned me off with that. I don't like somebody who resembles a grandma in most black families, and it's a man who's acting just out of pocket. Like there's a lot of love and gentleness in the big mama, in the grandma, and so I shout out to Tyler Perry, do your thing. Just for me, it turned me off, so I never watched any of his movies. I'm sure some of them are good though, right? I just don't know. Let me see the chat now. Did you see what Christian Keys said the other day? No. Who? First off, who's Christian Keys? Peace to you, New Black World Order. Please go subscribe to this brother's channel. Shout out to King Shaw. And you already know, Tasia Die Forever. That's my angel. Go to this channel, please. Subscribe. This brother's boots on the ground. He does a lot for the community. So now let me find out who Christian Keys is, though, family. Somebody fill me in. Why you won't watch the color? I don't want to. It's gonna rain on your head because the first one is so important to me. I mean, it was good, and I knew all the little sayings like I just said right now. You remember that part? It's gonna rain on your head. Remember when they were fixing the roof? Y'all don't remember that, huh? I just don't want them to mess it up for me, Benita. I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared to watch it. Right? Is that what you want to hear? No, I just don't want to see. I don't want them messing it up for me. That's why I didn't watch Roots. I don't want them messing it up for me. Like, I don't want to see. LeVar Burton is the only Kunta I know. God damn it. Okay? Leslie Uggams is the only Kizzy I know. You know what I'm saying? Lou Gossett Jr., honey. I'm not trying to see new Roots, and I don't want to see new Color Purple. Oprah is the only Harpo I know. Okay? Oh, no, that's not Harpo. My bad. Harpo was the guy. I'm tripping. But Oprah is Harpo. That's why that happened. My bad. So Harpo was the husband. Sugar free people. Yes. Thank you. Yes. How can I go and see new characters? It's gonna mess me up, y'all. Radon Chong. What was her name? Radon Chong or Radon Chong. She was the one. I can't. I mean, I can't. You show is ugly. Yes, I can't. I can't see. You guys understand? Danny Glover. I can't. Come on now. Oh, I can't watch it. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. The part where her sister went to. Oh Lord. Okay, so a call from I didn't know about him either until Hassan Campbell brought him up. You got to tell me who he is really quickly. I love you too, Bonita. You bring me joy. I was so worried about you. Okay, yeah, send me the video so I can maybe I could talk about it. I got to find out who Christian Keys is. Yes, so that's why I won't be seeing the new color purple, but I'm relying on you, Bonita, and all the family to tell me about it. If it's worth it, then I will go see it. But no, I can't. I can't. I just won't. I won't watch it. Did you tell Harpo to hit me? No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me stop. You watching Bob Marley movies in February? Not particularly. I will. Tell me about it. I got to answer. I've had 3 calls from the same person, so okay, I'll let you know. Yes. So, peace to everybody. I hope you are going to have a beautiful day. And I'll see you later tonight, hopefully, with Christina. You know, shout out to Christina Nick. She's also a woman who's married with children. And Bonita, too, married with children. It's great. I love it. I support families. Yes, support the family. All right. I got to go, though. I hate to leave, but I got to go. All right. Once again, peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Namaste. Jambo. Ashe. Grand Rising. Good morning. Shalom. Shalom. All the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of light. Oh, I'm bringing you something, by the way, on entropy. Remember that. So there's a lot of gems I'm dropping right now on this one stream. But entropy, I spoke on it earlier in the summer, earlier this year. It's really been on my spirit. Actually, I started researching it before the summer when I had 2 of my very, very good friends transition. It was hard. Even though I am a transition doula, a life cycle doula, even though I'm a thanatologist, which, I still experience trauma in loss and grief. Of course I do. All right. I will. I'll try. Text me. They getting in my nerves, though. Text me. Okay, I love everybody. And those who don't love me, mwah, deal with me, baby. Deal with me. I'm here. I'm here to stay, okay? HOK all day. Nepal, did you see? Leave the world behind? No, I didn't. You guys are dropping some information. Okay. If it's something that you really, really think I should see, I will watch it. If it has to have a real impact on, as far as spiritually on me, emotionally, I should say. Like The Woman King. Everybody's like, oh, I don't like the title. Oh my gosh, that was a beautiful movie. I loved it. I wonder, was it a book before? All right, we'll see though. I'm going to go at least look up Leave the World Behind. All right, family. Peace to you. Peace and love. Have a wonderful day. All right.